Tired of dealing with annoying flies, fruit flies, and gnats in your home? The Zevo Flying Insect Trap is your ultimate solution. Don't wait. Check out the link in the video description now to get your Zevo Flying Insect Trap on Amazon and enjoy a bug-free home today.
Elizabeth Gillies revisited her time on Victorious with Ariana Grande after watching the Quiet on Set documentary series. The actress, 30, said she'd reevaluated her time on the Nickelodeon show, which ran for 4 seasons from 2010 to 2013, where she starred alongside Grande, 31. "I certainly reevaluated my experience with Ariana over FaceTime," she told Variety in an interview published on Tuesday. "We watched it together, and then we got together later that week or the next week, and we sort of broke the whole thing down and talked about it, and reprocessed everything together. There was a lot to go through," Gillies added of the docuseries, which divulged many allegations of inappropriate conduct on Nickelodeon shows. She went on, "It's tricky when you look back on something incredibly positively, and then you learn a lot of information and also revisit things as an adult through a new lens that reframe the memories in your mind a little bit, or cloud them, or taint them, maybe rightfully so. So, taking that time to thoughtfully look back, reassess and reevaluate was an important thing to do, and that's something we did. I'm very lucky I have such a close relationship with my cast, and with Ari, and that we were all able to do that together, because we definitely leaned on each other, talked amongst each other and checked in with each other," she stated. She was then asked if child actors should have better protections in place. "I think parents should be allowed to be wherever they want to be, whenever they want to be. I actually think it's important that some type of a guardian is there, particularly if the children are very young. I would assume now going forward, things will be very different," she stated. "In the event that they're not different, I do think the responsibility is on the parent to assess the situation. And sometimes, the parents are part of the problem too. I think you've got to listen to your kid, too, and know what kind of a kid you have," she said, adding that the reality of acting can be grueling and difficult. "I almost wonder if a psychiatrist or a psychologist should evaluate the child and speak to the parents before they sign them off to let them be on a set or a show, just because it's such a huge undertaking, and children don't often know what a huge undertaking it is, and then they can feel trapped or pressured. I think it can't come from the parents. I think that's always a recipe for disaster. I do think there will be a major shift on sets going forward after this year and after this conversation that we've all been having. I was very lucky to have really strong, really good parents, and they taught me to speak up. They taught me, in any situation I wasn't comfortable in, to get right out and to tell them. Acting wasn't the be-all, end-all. I don't think that's the same for every child actor. I think that some kids are scared to speak up, as you can understand, because it's such a tough thing." Last month Ariana broke her silence on the Quiet on Set docuseries. The singer and former child star was at the center of the series, which explored disturbing scenes that sexualized child stars. Sam Cat and Victorious actress Grande was filmed sticking her hand down her throat, putting her toes in her mouth, and talking about being soaking wet at the age of 16 in different scenes from the shows. Quiet on Set, the dark side of kids' TV has levied several allegations against dialogue coach and convicted sex offender Brian Peck and Nickelodeon show creator Dan Schneider, who worked with Grande, leaving the television industry shaken. Appearing on Penn Badgley's podcast Pod Crushed, the star, who had been slammed online for not previously speaking out, said, "A lot of people don't have the support that they need to get through performing at that level at such a young age, but also dealing with some of the things that the survivors who have come forward. There's not a word for how devastating that is to hear. I think that the environment needs to be made safer if kids are going to be acting, and I think there should be therapists. I think there should be parents allowed to be wherever they want to be." She added that parents should be permitted everywhere, not only on kids' sets. "I think if anyone wants to do this or music or anything at any level of exposure that it means to be on TV, oh,